drive it all over the country and done it twice. And
What's the furthest you've taken?
I've been to California and back, 6,000 miles, 75 hours of driving.
And we're in North Carolina right now, just to put that into perspective.
Go on a vacation. I mean, you know, and I tell people all the time, man, you got to live your life and do what you want to do, because this is the only one you have. I mean, I drove 75 hours by myself on that first trip.
75 hours.
6,000 miles. I did 14 states.
How has car culture changed since you started? And do you think that the change has been better or worse?
Oh my gosh, it's little Miss Jojo. I know all these kids at this car show, and I'm like...
What's up, guys? My name is Preston, and we are here with Street Car Talk Podcast. The podcast is made for the people, by the people, and this is the podcast that's created with the people's questions. So today, I have two cool, very cool, let me emphasize this, very, very cool guests with me today. I have my friend Josh, and I have little Miss Jojo. And Josh is part of the Cadillac Kings Monroe, North Carolina division. He actually has a 66 Cadillac outside right now, and I'm probably getting ahead of myself. And that thing is immaculate. I love it. It's pretty dope. Introduce yourselves. Tell me who you are. How you got here today, Josh?
Yeah, my name is Josh Carpenter. I'm the president of the Cadillac Kings Monroe, North Carolina chapter. It's a car club worldwide, 70 chapters around the world. And this is my daughter, little Miss Jojo. And we got invited up here from Prep from Street Cars 101 magazine.
Little Miss Jojo, do you have anything you want to say to the people?
I'm excited to be here.
Love it. Love it. She's excited to be here, and we're excited to have both of them here today. So thank you both for coming. I appreciate that first and foremost, and I know Prep appreciates you all for coming as well. So let's just jump into this. All right. First, before we get into the questions, tell me about that car you got outside. It is super clean.
Yeah. So that's the Gold Digger.
Okay.
It's a 1966 Sedan DeVille. I've had it for about 5 years. Bought the car down in Monroe, Georgia, bagged it, pinstriped it, redid, put an LS in it, different wheels, suspension, finished out the trunk, just different things to kind of what I like,
Okay.
But it's a driver, man. I drive it all over the country and done it twice. And
what's the furthest you've taken?
I've been to California and back, 6,000 miles, 75 hours of driving.
And we're in North Carolina right now, just to put that into perspective for you guys.
And it was
you did that twice?
Well, 2 years ago, I went to California and back, and then last year I drove it to Vegas.
Wow.
Yeah. So this year I'm planning on doing even further.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna, go ahead.
He's going to go to
Route 66.
Yeah.
Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
So this year's the 100th year anniversary for Route 66. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Okay.
But it's the longest road, the vintage road in America.
Okay.
And so it starts in Chicago, Illinois, and it goes all the way to Santa Monica Pier in California.
Wow.
So it's 2,450 miles just for that route. And it's the vintage hotels, the vintage gas stations, the vintage restaurants.
Yep.
And it's like take you back in time. Some of those spots, there's donkeys walking around in the street. Like it's going to be cool, So I've been a lot on Route 66 when I actually went to California.
Yep.
But it basically, in some states, it runs kind of parallel to Highway 40.
Okay.
So you're going down and it'd be like, oh, get off here to run on Route 66. So I would jump off and I would ride it, and then I would jump back on. But this year is going to be a little bit different. I'm actually going to do the entire route.
Are you by yourself with it? Or?
Yeah, the last 2 years I went by myself, man. And this year I think I'm going to do the same. It's
do
just.
you not worry about reliability
well,
with the vehicle?
I tell you, like I tell everybody, does not matter where you're at or what you're doing or what you're driving. You can break down anywhere.
100%.
You can break down in your town and in your city, going to the beach. What are you going to do when that happens? You know what I mean?
Right.
You're going to have to do what you got to do. You're going to have to tow it, or you're going to have to take it somewhere and get it fixed.
Correct.
And, I've encountered some issues on these trips, and I'm not a mechanic by any means, but I know how to work on my car. So, I fixed it and kept going.
Yep.
And I think that a lot of times in life, man, these people, and I'm not saying a lot of people are scared to go on trips. They're scared to drive their car. They're scared to go on a vacation. I mean, and I tell people all the time, man, you got to live your life and do what you want to do, because this is the only one you have.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, man, my Cadillac that going out there is definitely the most driven Cadillac in the world. I promise you that. And with that, this trip coming up this year, it is set it aside.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I mean, I drove 75 hours by myself on that first trip.
75 hours.
6,000 miles. I did 14 states, you know. And when you go on a trip like that, I tell people it's like it's so breathtaking, some of the views you see, and
Yep.
you try to take videos or, you know, pictures, and it doesn't even do it any justice, you know. And you think that you got to see the world, you know.
100%.
Got to see the streets.
100%.
You know, and
that's what makes life is just seeing the world. Like,
and it's
different things are there, but the world is just where you
and it's different everywhere you go.
Yes.
Everywhere you go, it's different. And I love traveling.
Yep.
I done took Jojo to 15 states, 5 countries. She's 10 years old, and we stay on the go. You know what I mean?
You like to travel, little Miss Jojo?
I do a lot.
Do you have a favorite place? Favorite state?
Probably Florida.
Okay. Is that because it's always sunny and it's always warm? And you're probably the mechanic behind the car, huh? And
Yes.
Dad's probably not telling us that. You fixed the car.
Yesterday,
Uh-huh.
I had to fix the car because the lights weren't working.
Okay, see, there you go.
There you
Little
go.
Miss Mechanic right there. This is
Yeah.
what we're getting the truth out.
Yeah.
I love to hear that. I
Yeah.
love to hear that. Well, let me ask you a question then, Josh. So what was the first car that made you fall in love with car culture?
Man, it really wasn't cars.
Okay.
It was bicycles.
Okay. Tell me more. I'm interested.
So, you know, when I was a kid, man, I had one cousin, me and him, we're still tight to today, but
Mhm.
we rode BMX bikes. And,
Yep.
you know, I don't know if you saw vintage bikes right now. They're stupid money.
Are
I mean, the bike I had when I was a kid, I want to buy it, it's like $1,500.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Okay.
you know, $3,000 for these bikes, 4,000, 5,000.
Yep.
But so I don't know where he come up with it, but he liked lowriders, man, and he had lowrider magazines, you know.
Yep.
And we're looking through there, and there's a lowrider bicycle, and I'm like, man, I want that. And as a kid on the East Coast, I'm telling you, there was nobody who had one. And so me and him took a BMX bike and we cut the neck and we welded it and laid it back and raked it, and we built it into this bicycle, man. And I started showing bicycles at car shows.
About how old were you when you did that?
13, 12, 13. And we started going to car shows, and over here there wasn't a bicycle class. And the more and more shows I went to, man, and I'm riding this bicycle around shows, and I had it like, I mean, it was done up, you know, and then they started having classes over here, you know, California and stuff. They already had these classes, you know.
They've always been ahead.
And I started going to these shows, man, and winning, and I'm like, man, I want to get in a magazine. And you know, that was kind of a goal of life. Like, I want, you know, you're looking at these magazines as a kid, and you're like, man, this is you would never imagine to be in a magazine or have something, you know, worthy enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I built this bicycle, man, and I kept redoing it every year because I was going to these shows, man. And this one guy, I don't even know where he's from, but he would come out one year and he would try to beat me, and he would beat me one show, and then I'm like, I go change it up, man, and then come back and I would beat him, and it was like back and forth. And ended up my bike's 10 foot long with hydraulics on it. It jumps up and down, and it's got like a $2,000 paint job on it, you know, from a guy who paints NASCAR helmets, you know, and it's all velvet, swirl velvet, and all chrome twisted metal, and it's cool, you know. But I built this bicycle, man, and I went to my first lowrider show in Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know what year, maybe like 01 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the magazine came out, dude, and my bike was in there. It's like the biggest picture from that show. I'm like, I'm all stoked, you know. And it wasn't even a big picture, you know.
Yeah.
I remember being in the magazine store, man, over at Carolina Place Mall.
Yep. Yep.
I used to go over there and just look at magazines. And I didn't even buy none, you know. You're just looking,
reading through them. Yep.
Man, I saw that. I'm in there showing everybody. I don't even know them, you know. Bro, check this out. This is me right here, you know. So like after that, man, you know, I turned 8. I didn't get my license till I was 18. Just been in trouble, you know. And when I was in high school, you had to have good grades to have a license. They would take it from you.
Oh, it's not like that anymore.
Right. So I didn't get my license till I was 18, you know, and I was like, man, I want to get a car, but then how am I going to haul my bike around, you know? So I bought a 76 Cadillac hearse.
Okay.
And so I'm like, the bike is burgundy and black, and the name of it's Your Death Wish. So I bought a hearse. I'm like, man, this matches the bike. The car was white with a black top and burgundy interior. And my goal was to throw the bike in the back. I could still hit all the shows. So that was my first car. Had some issues with it. Ended up selling it. And I bought a Dodge Neon. And so I had probably like 50 Dodge Neons throughout my life. And I started racing. Like first I started car showing, and I had TVs and fiberglass and PlayStation and air ride,
Yep.
and ended up
Yep.
turning into a drag car, man, and ended up being the fastest 4-door in the world.
Wow.
And I actually bought the fastest 2-door in the world also, first gen. That's 95 to 99. So I had both of them.
Yep.
And dude, I had that blue car, so called the Blue Demon. I had it for 23 years. I just sold it like 2 years ago.
And why'd you sell it?
Man, it sat for 10 years.
That's fair.
Truly,
That's
man.
fair.
And it was like, I was on Pastime, the game
Mhm.
show Pastime. I don't know if you ever saw it on Speed. I was on that game show with it, and I was on Pink's All Out. I made it to the final 2.
Okay. Yep.
And her mom, she was pregnant with her. That's the last time I raced it. And it's like, man, this thing sit here this long, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I tell people, man, different hobbies and different times of your life.
100%. Yes.
Did I want to sell
100%.
it? Nah. But, it was just kind of one of those things where it was time to let it go. And
Yep.
hopefully somebody else brings it back and I get to see it race again.
100%. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
So you never got to see the car there.
She did.
She did get to see
Yeah, I
the
just
car.
sold it 2 years ago.
Oh, yep. You did say that.
Yep.
Sorry.
And I got a ride in the car.
Yep.
Have you got to drive any of the cars yet behind the wheel? Yeah. What do you have a favorite car that you've driven so far?
The Gold Digger.
Okay. Yeah. Why the Gold Digger? Why is that your favorite?
Because we just added these cool LED lights in it, and you can change the color of the lights.
Yeah.
And like the one that shows up the best in the gold car is red, and it's really cool.
Is that your favorite color also? Or no? No, not at all. You just like the red. I like it. I like it. Okay, so Joshua, with that being said, then how has car culture changed since you started? And do you think that the change has been better or for worse?
I think it's been better, man. But, one thing I think as a kid in the car culture from where I live at in North Carolina, as a kid, I feel like, and I tell people this all the time, when I was going to car shows, man, when I first got a car or even my bike, everybody who was at car shows, they were just driving whatever car they had.
Yes.
You fixed up whatever you had. It wasn't a fad to have a Cadillac or a Honda or whatever it is, a certain truck. When we were kids, man, these people were coming out with whatever their mom and dad bought them or, whatever they could afford. And nobody made fun of them. And we were going to car shows, man. There was a guy that from Lancaster, South Carolina came out with a Ford Tempo. And even to this day, bro, I think it was one of the baddest cars I've seen. Like, it was just sick. And you're like, what is that? Like, a Ford Tempo. You're like, man, it don't even look like no Ford Tempo, And there was a guy in my town who had like a little Toyota, I don't know what it was, a Peso. I don't know if you ever saw one, man. This little ugly 2-door car. But, bro, he was showing at all the shows and winning trophies. And it wasn't about, what kind of car you had. You know what I mean?
It wasn't about
I just
the most
feel,
expensive car.
no, it
was
wasn't.
about personality at that point.
It was, man. And I feel like it's changed a lot. Everybody wants the biggest and the baddest car. And, when I was a kid, it wasn't like that. It was just whatever you had, it was cool, to have it fixed up.
Yep. And even showing up to like some of the car meets, that scene has completely changed.
Yeah.
To where it would just be show up, hang out with my friends, joke around, do crazy things in the parking lot. As far as like throwing footballs or something.
Right.
And now it's like who can do the longest burnout and who can rev up the loudest.
Yeah.
It's completely changed.
It has, man. And the cool thing though, right now, I think is a lot of these throwback cars are coming back. I don't know if you saw the mini truck scene, man. They're coming back hard, with these dancing beds and stuff. And,
yeah, I seen that.
They're coming back with Nopi Nationals. They come back last year was the first one of Nopi Nationals in Atlanta. They're coming back again this year. I didn't make it last year. I did talk to one of the guys who helped put it on, and he talked like it was a good turnout, So like, I want to see stuff like that happen. I feel like going to the same show over and over and over and over, you just kind of get burnt out on the same show, the same cars, the same thing, So every year I try to go to at least one new show a year, no matter where it's at. And we travel a lot, I either drive the car I got a truck and trailer if it's something that we're gonna go far and take two cars. I can't drive but one. So sometimes we'll pull two cars and go to a show. We went to Kentucky this past year, Florida, Georgia. We went up to Ohio. So we go pretty far away for shows, but I like to do something different every year, at least one show a year.
So to build on that question, then, are builds becoming more show cars or more driver cars
My cars or anybody's car?
in general?
Man, that's just hard to say. I mean, I would say probably 50-50. It just depends on what you're into. Like when you go to these lowrider shows, like the real deal stuff, man, these guys, they don't drive these cars. You know what I
Right,
mean? And
right.
and it's insane how much money they're putting in these cars.
Yes, it is.
I just saw the top 8 cars from a show recently this past week. There's no way they drive these cars. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
the amount of money in these cars are just crazy. Um, I mean, I have a lot of money in my car. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
but dude, I don't know. I just feel like
But you drive your car.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. I couldn't imagine building a car to show it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like just to show it. I couldn't imagine it.
Unless you was a shop and it was to put your brand out there.
Yeah, something like that. But still, man, I would want to drive it. Even our picnic. So our car club's been around for 20 years. This is
Mhm.
our 21st year right here. It's a worldwide club. There's 70 chapters around the world, and the picnic every year is in Vegas. And so I was in the club for like 3 years, man. I never went. I'm like, man, it's so expensive to go.
Mhm.
And then I checked in to ship in my car, and it was just crazy money. So I'm like, man, for the money I'm gonna ship my car, I could put that money in my car for a couple of years and do a LS swap and maybe drop it. I didn't know how dependable or how good it would be. So I ended up doing this LS swap, man. And I'm like I said, I'm not a mechanic, but me and my buddy did it in like 12 afternoons in my shop.
Yep.
And but I was buying parts for 2 years. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It wasn't something I just went out and did. And we got it done, and I started driving it. So I did a little test drive down to Florida
Mhm.
for a show down there and came back. Man, I'm like, I had another buddy who's a real mechanic. I had him check over the car. He's like, man, I think you're good to go. So
And you had a little Miss Jojo check over the car.
that's
I
right.
ain't forget about that.
So I ended up leaving to go to, like I said, to Vegas and then California and back. And it was kind of a trip that you needed. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And everybody always says, well, why did you go by yourself? What if I had to wait on you? I'm never going to go.
100%.
Or
I agree.
you finally find somebody it could take off for 18 days of work or
Mhm.
whatever the case is. Well, then they're gonna be like, oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm thirsty. Oh, I gotta pee. Oh, I need to go to the bathroom. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired of driving. Oh, pull over. I'm like,
Yep.
nah, not me. I like driving.
What's the
Yeah.
longest drive you've taken at one time without stopping?
So last year I was gonna take. I have a '74 hearse also. It's all bagged out. It's fixed up. So I was gonna ship it to Vegas last year and fly out there.
Where can they see these cars at? What's your Instagram?
So my Instagram is 4DR Blue Demon.
4, like the number 4?
Number 4DR Blue
Blue
Demon.
Demon. Okay.
So I was gonna ship my hearse out there,
Mhm.
fly out there. I had a shipper lined up, the whole 9 contract, and man, they didn't ever come.
Oh man, that sucks.
So the week of, I go into work, and my boss is real cool. I go in her office. I'm like, I got a problem. She goes, what is it? I was like, the shipper never picked my car up. She goes, for what? I'm like, I'm supposed to go to Vegas. I'm already off work, supposed to fly out there, and I've already committed to bringing all this stuff, for the event. She says, well, what do you need? I was like, I need off the rest of the week.
Mm.
She says, what are you going to do? I'm going to drive out there again this year. She goes, okay. So I went home that day, took everything out of the hearse. I already had it packed,
Yep.
put it in the gold cart, and I literally just rolled out. So the first day I did 900 miles, and the second day I did 1,000 miles. The third day I did 400. So I knocked it out quick, but it was just kind of one of those things where, it wasn't planned,
Mhm.
but it worked out. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So I did
That's
that.
a long drive.
Yeah, so I did it. So the 1,000-mile day, man, it's crazy. But I actually stopped in New Mexico
Mhm.
and met up with the club out there and went to dinner with them and everything, and still knocked out 1,000 that day.
That's wild. What time did you start and what time did
Usually,
you
what
finish?
I would always try to do, man, on these trips is I try to do like 7 a.m. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I get up in the morning, like take a shower, grab a little food, and just jump on the road.
Okay.
And I like to do 7 a.m. and then just drive whenever you want to.
Mhm.
You know, the first year I went, I didn't have a set schedule. I left real early. You know what I mean? So I don't book hotels ahead of time or nothing like that. I just wherever I stop, I get a room. But and that's what I'm gonna do this year.
Mhm.
Last year was a little different. You know, I still didn't book any rooms, but I just went. You know,
Yeah.
so the plan this year is I'm gonna leave on a Thursday after work.
Hmm.
It's 800 miles up to Chicago, Illinois. I don't know if I'll do the 800. You know what I mean? I kind of want to, but I'm thinking about it. I may try. I'm gonna have to average it out. You know, I don't want to hurt myself, but I'm gonna go up to Chicago, Illinois, and that's the start of Route 66.
And little Miss Jojo going with you on this one?
Nope, she
Nope.
can't go, man. She can't
Nope.
miss no school, and every year, man, it's weird. The way her falls for her spring break, it just falls different. You know.
Yep.
So I wish it would, man. I would like for her to ride with me, and then I could just fly her home or something.
100%.
But you know, it'll work out one day. It'll work out one day.
When I'm 13, because you're allowed to ride an airplane by yourself.
Yeah.
Do you take most of your trips over the summertime, or do you have a certain time where you go on most of your trips? Just trying to figure out.
Normally like spring break,
Spring break?
or
Okay.
like what's that time when you have to go to summer camp?
Over the
summer break.
Summer break?
Yeah,
We
Okay.
go all
And
throughout
then-
the year.
yeah.
Yeah.
We got a cruise planned though this summer. We're going to Bermuda.
Bermuda.
Is this your first time going to Bermuda? Wow.
So first time going to the UK.
You are traveling
So
everywhere.
she about to be 6 countries this year.
Yes, you know what? You've been more places than I have. And I thought I've been to a lot of places, but little Miss Jojo got me beat. So I need to travel more is what I'm hearing. But though you got a lot more life left than me. So you're going to continue to go to a lot of different places.
That's right.
That's super cool. You enjoy traveling, don't you? I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell.
And it's cool, man, with the car club. You know, we'll go to these different events. Every state we go to, we meet up with the car club.
Mm-hmm.
And there's different chapters everywhere. And then she'll get to meet, my friends' kids, and then they become friends. And so every year she looks forward to going to certain shows that, hang out with those kids too, And it's about the cars, man. But I'm telling you, like, our club's like about family. Like when I took that trip across country, dude, I was like hitting up members, and they're like, "Oh, just stay at my house." One dude let me stay at his house and told me that night. He's like, "Yeah, come over." I get over there, we go out to eat. He goes, "Oh yeah, in the morning I won't be there. I got something to go do. So just lock the door up when you leave." Like, just left me at his house.
Wow.
And I've never stayed with that dude. I've only met him, 2 times. So
Yep.
it's cool, like. Even in New Mexico, I stay with them cats.
Yep.
I'm over there in the dirt roads with fucking shutting the gates at night. I'm like, man, are we cool over here or what? Like big old gates on the driveways, locking them at night. I'm like, oh, we cool over here.
Right.
But man,
That'd
it's
been
cool.
my question, too.
Yeah.
Like, is this
Yeah.
good? Are we safe?
I just flew out to California like 2 weeks ago, man, just to go to a show.
Uh-huh.
And one of the members, she picked me up at the airport, put me up at her house all weekend. We went to we went to 4 car shows over the weekend.
Yeah.
Took me back to the airport, flew home. So you ain't spending no money, Like it's cool because it's a minimum. Hanging out with this club, man, and meeting different people is you ain't spending a crazy amount of money. You're just staying with people.
What you got, little Miss Jojo? Talk to us.
He forgot his charger.
You silly.
Phone charger?
You silly.
Yeah. You traveled all the way without a phone charger? You had to stop and buy
I
one?
left it over there in California.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it ain't no big
But
deal.
you know what about car chargers? Luckily, they sold everywhere.
They sell them everywhere.
So he was able to
Yeah.
get one. And little Miss Jojo said, you need to talk to her.
That's
So
right.
you need your car charger.
That's right. You got to check in.
So how has the car community changed your life, in your opinion?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, like, I've been in a bunch of car clubs over the years, man, and I was in I had my own bike club, own car club, and stuff like that. But once I joined with Cadillac Kings, man, I feel like it's more like a family.
Okay.
And I tell everybody, no matter what you do in life, you're gonna have a core. We have a good core in our club, in our chapter, the Monroe chapter itself. And what I say is the core is the people who does everything.
Yes.
And they're more like family, man. We spend holidays together, traveling together. I adopted a road out in Monroe for my brother got passed away on a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
We go down there and clean up the road, and everybody shows up, man. Somebody's birthday, we all show up to eat. she had an event. I hit up the club. Everybody comes to her events for school. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
That's
not all about
love.
the cars, you know. But we
That's love.
take all the cars though.
Yep.
You know, when we show up, we show out. You know, so it's cool. You know,
So why Cadillac? Why not a Dodge? Why not
bro.
a Ford?
Cadillac's classic, and it's the king of the cars.
Okay.
You don't ever hear nobody saying, "Oh, it drives like a Lincoln." They say it drives like a Cadillac.
That's true.
Yeah, the classic king of
That
the
is
car,
true.
man. So yeah.
So it wasn't even a debate when you decided to join the club. You knew it was going to be a Cadillac club.
Man, it wasn't even about that. It was the car. I had the car before the club. You know what I mean? Like I said, when I was 18, I bought a Cadillac.
Yeah.
So when I bought another Cadillac, I bought a '68 first.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy of mine I worked with, he had a '64. Me and him was really good friends, and we talked one of our third friends in, and he bought a '69. So it was us three, and we wanted to start the club.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the time, our car club only allowed one new chapter per year. So it sounds crazy right now. There's 70 chapters because they changed the rules.
Yeah.
But at the time, man, we got denied being a club for I think 2 years. We kept trying to put in our application. They're like, "Nah, we only allow one a year, and y'all's didn't get picked." And so we just kept on and kept on and kept on, and we finally got picked.
Yeah.
And you know, it just expanded. You know what I mean?
What about you? Has the car community changed your life at all? Besides traveling everywhere? What do you like about the car community, Miss Jojo?
That I get to meet new people every single time.
Okay.
And it's really fun.
Do you have friends that you look forward to seeing when you travel? Yeah, you made a lot of friends along the way so far.
Everybody knows Miss Jojo.
Mm-hmm. And if they don't, they will after this podcast. They don't know little Miss Jojo.
She got friends all the way. Tell them in BC, all the way in
British
Columbia in the car club.
Yeah. And I was at this car show once, and this girl was like running up. She was like taking pictures and stuff, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, it's little Miss Jojo. I know all these kids at this car show." And I'm like,
I was like, who is that? I got a fan. Well, Miss Jojo was like, wait, it's too early for this. Like, what's happening right now? If Josh, if you could give advice to someone just entering car culture, what legacy would you want your build to leave behind?
Truly, man, a driver. You know, like I said before, I just feel like a lot of people build these cars for, you know, weekend warrior or, you know, a show car. And I feel like a lot of people don't want to drive them in the rain, you know what I mean, or the weather. And man, these old cars anyway, see more weather than we ever see.
100%.
You know,
yes,
way before we had them.
Yep.
But I just feel like to drive your car, man. And I built this car again, like I said, when I put this Ellis in there, I was wanting to drive it to Vegas. Now I done did it twice. I'm about to do it the third time.
Yep.
Cross country driving, man, is just it's different. You know, it's a different views and different weather and different sights, and the culture's different. And I just feel like people need to drive their car more. You know. And if it's not reliable, make it reliable. You know, you're going to spend all this money making it look the best you can see.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not reliable, then what's the point? You know what I mean?
I see a lot of that too.
Yeah, you see.
Magnificent.
Yeah.
And then you talk to them and it's like, oh, I can't drive it.
Yeah.
Because of
rain.
Yeah.
Rain. Even you go to certain shows, like big shows like Run to the Suns in 2 weeks. I think it's a couple weeks or whatever in Myrtle Beach. It's like one of the biggest South Carolina shows. But you go down there, man, and it's like a trailer week, bro. There's more trailers than anything, and it's like, and I understand if you're coming from real far, but man, I don't know. I just feel like I'll drive to Myrtle Beach and grab dinner and come back the same day. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a drive.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like if you're gonna spend all the money on your car to make it look the right way, and do the same for the motor, you know, make it reliable.
So since you are more so the old school cars of Cadillac, what do you think about the newer Cadillacs that's coming out?
I like the new, I like the new Cadillacs, man. I don't have any
V.
Yeah, I mean, I like them all. Those V's are crazy, you know. And they even have now, they got some of those that are like twin turbo 4-cylinder, twin turbo V6.
Mm-hmm.
The V's are crazy. They got one I think it's called a Hennessy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, Cadillacs are Cadillacs, man, and you know, we're the cars that we have paved the road for those. You know what I mean?
100%. Absolutely agree.
So
Yes.
that's just I love Cadillacs in general.
What are your thoughts on going electric and compared to like combustible engine?
Yeah, I don't think I would ever do anything electric, man, personally. You see these people, dead battery on the side of the road or,
Yeah,
cars catching on fire because of the batteries. I mean, I don't personally, I wouldn't have one.
that's fair. That's fair. Well, is there anything that you would like to leave the viewers of our podcast or listeners of
Yeah,
our
I mean,
podcast?
just check us out, man. Cadillac Kings, Monroe, North Carolina on Instagram, Facebook. My personal page, 4DR Blue Demon on Instagram. Check out our club. Come to one of our events.
When's your next one? You have one on the calendar right now?
We don't have one on for our actual chapter. We don't have one on the calendar yet, but I'm shooting for another picnic in Monroe, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Last year we had 42 Cadillacs come out,
Mm-hmm.
and we just kind of do it old school style, man. Just everybody meets in the park. We had a barbecue. We had a DJ. We had like I said, 42 Cadillacs there. We had a kickball tournament, like something just to chill in the park. Not a parking lot car show, door to door, door to door. You can't even look at the cars. Like everybody was spread out. Just come check out the cars.
Do I need a Cadillac or can I just pull up?
Man, just pull up, park across the street though.
No.
Unless you're in a Cadillac, park across the street.
Can I pull up in a newer Cadillac?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we got parking for all Cadillacs.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Any TikTok or anything like that?
No, we don't have I have a personal TikTok. It's the same, 4DR Blue Demon.
Are you dancing on your TikTok?
Nah. Mostly car videos, man. Ain't no dancing. This girl right here.
There you go, right
This
there.
girl right here is a little dancer. She like them little videos.
Little Miss Jojo, is there anything that you would like to leave our viewers and our listeners?
So when you go to a car show, it's so if you win or lose, it doesn't really matter. It's just for fun. Remember that.
There you go.
That's right.
You heard it straight from Little Miss Jojo. When
That's
she
right.
say it, that means it's happening.
That's right.
Well, I want to thank you both for coming. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Little Miss Jojo. I appreciate that. This is Street Car Talk Podcast. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on TV, Roku TV. Everywhere. Just Google us. Just Google us. My name is Preston. I'm the host of Autonetics Podcast. Also host of Street Car Talk Podcast. And thank you guys for coming to watch. And thank you, listeners, for listening to the podcast. We are out. Until next time. Peace.